If you sell on Amazon, chances are you're running ads, you are adding keywords, you are adjusting bids, but there are four simple PPC fundamentals that can quietly add 20 to 30% more sales, and most sellers completely ignore them. These are not tricks, they're not hacks, they are fundamentals, and if these are not fixed, nothing advanced can help. Hey, this is Himanshu. I'm co-founder at Adsify. Adsify is an Amazon advertising agency. We are an Amazon Ads Advanced partner as well. We have worked with 300 plus brands across categories like home and kitchen, beauty, electronics, stationery, fitness, parenting, and more. And after managing crores in ad spend, one thing is clear: most sellers are losing money not because PPC is complex, but because they are ignoring basic fundamentals that Amazon's algorithm responds to extremely well on Amazon. Now in this video I'll show you how to revive your dead keywords, how to scale budgets correctly for traffic, how to cluster keywords by route for faster relevance, how to optimize placements and win top of the search on Amazon. And at the end, the harsh truth about why none of this works unless your product and listings are strong by Amazon shopping standards. So let's get into it. Hack number 1: reviving dead keywords on Amazon. Most sellers have this issue. 2 to 3 keywords take all the spend in their campaign, everything else gets 0 impressions. But many of those dead keywords are actually hidden profitable opportunities. Now, there are two categories basically. Keywords inside the campaign that get no spend, that's category number 1. How you can fix this is probably open your campaign, open the ad group, look at last 30 or 60 days data, sort keyword by sales, and you will see there are few high volume keywords which are dominating, taking all the spends from your campaign. Several long tail keywords are not spending at all, or maybe if they are spending, they're getting very low amount of clicks. Now these are long tail keywords. These can be gold, especially where intent based search terms, especially those intent based search terms, like let's say if you're selling a copper bottle, the keyword could be copper bottle for office use, right? If you are selling, let's say, bathroom shelf adhesive 3-tier. So these are the kind of long tail keywords which generally don't spend a lot in your campaigns, but they convert extremely well. They just simply get ignored because their volume is comparatively lower compared to the other keywords that are there in the campaigns. So Amazon prioritizes high volume terms. Low volume terms, high intent terms, they never get budget. What's the fix? Move these ignored keywords into separate campaigns so that they actually get some space to spend. Use a simple evaluation rule. Let's say if your product is 1,000 rupee, the selling price, you have to put some budget, let's say a test spend, which is 33% of your ASP. So for example, if you have fetched out 10 keywords, every keyword you have to spend 330 rupees before you decide if this keyword is going to work or not going to work. So test spend per keyword, 33% of the price. This is a simple rule. If your product is 1,000 rupee, probably 330 rupees, right? Now let's say if it spends around 330 to 400 rupees with no sales, you have to drop it. It simply says that it is not converting well. But if it converts well, right, even let's say 1 or 2 sales that you get from each keyword, it is a profitable long tail winner, right? Now imagine doing this for 50 to 100 ignored keywords every month, right? You can easily get additional 150 to 200, 150 to let's say not just 200, 150 to 400, 500 orders monthly, right? Now this is category number 1. There is another category, and you can call it, let's say, keyword that you negated too early. Now what that means is when sellers actually launch a product, there are low reviews, your listing is average, your images are not that great, your conversions are not that great. So what you do is you just simply negate those terms because they are giving you high ACoS, right? Now months later, your reviews are higher, your listings got better, main images got improved, your pricing is now very competitive, but those keywords are still blocked, right? Now what's the fix? Download your bulk sheet, right? Filter out all negative keywords, compare them with what was performing in, or let's say what is performing currently in other campaigns as well. For example, your auto, broad, phrase, etc. Right? And also check when did you negate them. Was it an early stage negation or this negation happened very recently? If they were negated during your low review, low conversion phase, you can retest them with the same 33% of price rule. right? Some will still fail, but many will certainly work because your product and listing are now really, really strong. Now this alone can add 10 to 20% of total revenue for most accounts. And in fact, this has happened with a lot of accounts that we also work with, right? So that's hack number one, two different categories of finding keywords that can potentially add 10 to 20% additional revenue each in your total sales. Now here's hack number two, budget scaling for efficiency. Now sellers love keeping budget at 300, 400, 500 even when the campaign is performing well. But here's the math. If your budget is, let's say, just 500 and you have 5 keywords that, or let's say you won't even have 5 keywords, you might have, let's say, 10, 15, 20 keywords as well, which takes your budget to some pennies, right? Maybe let's say 20, 30 rupees per day, which is not enough to gather meaningful data. If your decision threshold is 300 to 500 per keyword, which is, as I said, the rule can be 33% of your average selling price for that product. So if your product is 1000 rupees, 330 rupees is your decision threshold. It takes 3 to 5 days to even understand for just one keyword if it is good or bad. Your PPC actually becomes painfully slow now. Now what's the fix? Increase your budget on winning campaigns. Probably change this 500 to 1000, probably change that 1200 to 2000. Now risk is not controlled by budgets. Risk is actually controlled by bids. So you have to think like this. Budget is equals to permission to spend. Bid is equals to aggressiveness. If I feel like I don't want to risk a lot, I would reduce bids, not budget, right? So if you simply keep your bids moderate or let's say conservative, increasing budget will not suddenly explode your spend, but it will allow your profitable campaigns to actually scale. Now, even if your campaign is not hitting its cap, increasing the budget often moves spends from, say, that 380 rupees to 520 rupees. You will see that. So even if your campaigns are not going out of budget, probably give them little extra budget to actually spend and control your aggressiveness through bids. Now, if you do this for your high performing campaigns, you let your good campaigns actually breathe and you still see the same ROAS or same ACoS, right? So that's hack number two. Hack number three is launch keywords by route. I call it a cluster strategy, right? Now what that means is instead of random dumping of keywords in a campaign, structure keywords around the route theme that algorithm can actually understand. So for example, in India especially, not in other markets it's comparatively better, but in India searches are comparatively messy, right? But they follow certain patterns. So for example, let's say if you sell a journal or daily journal, right, you can build clusters like one daily journal, journal for girls, daily memory book, daily journal diary, journal for daily journaling, or let's say gratitude journal, but they have the same root, which is daily journal, right? Now, why this works on Amazon? Because it lets the algorithm quickly understand what are you trying to do with your campaign, right? This ASIN is relevant for daily journal type of searches. This is what you're feeding the algorithm by having root clusters, right? Now, with this, you actually get more impressions within that cluster. Conversion rate on one keyword improves, right? And gradually you feed the algorithm with other keywords as well. Your structure stays clean and scalable, right? And in the long term, you build a good browsing history of your ASIN because you are actually telling the algorithm what's relevant and what's not relevant, right? And then in this additional hack that you can do is probably in this list of keyword that you have defined from one route, right? Do not mix volumes. Now, do not mix very high volume keyword in this list with moderate volume and low volume keywords. Keep them separate. So for example, just a journal can be a very high volume keyword. It could be like crazy high volume. It is broad and it can be very expensive as well. But if you merge it with daily gratitude journal for girls, right? Daily gratitude journal aesthetic. This might be a moderate volume or let's say low volume keyword. So it is high intent, but low volume. Now, if you merge these two, what your campaign will do is it will keep on spending all your money on journal as a keyword and will not give this keyword space to breathe, which is exactly what we discussed earlier in the video as well. So better is to group by route plus similar search volume as well. So one route, but 3 different search volumes, let's say high, moderate, and low. On high volume, you can bid comparatively lower. Moderate volume, you can bid comparatively higher. And then low volume, you can bid really high, really aggressive, because those are very high intent keywords. The traffic would be anyway low, so you won't spend a lot, right? So that's hack number 3. Now, last hack for the video, hack number 4, which is placement optimization that will help you win top of the search. Now, Amazon has 3 major placements. One is top of the search, second one is rest of the search, and third one is product detail pages. Now, most brands never look at their placement performance, but what you can do is probably go to each campaign, open placement tab, look at the CTR and ROAS for each placement, check top of the search impression share as well. Now, if CTR is higher at top of the search, ROAS is better at top of the search, but top of the search impression share is less than 5%, then you are literally not showing where you perform the best. Now, what is the fix? Fix is use placement bid modifiers. Now, for example, let's say my base bid for daily journal as a keyword is 10 rupee. My top of the search modifier can be, let's say, another 100% or 150%. Now, Amazon will showcase my product on top of the search and can bid up to 25 rupees. Let's say if my bid is 10, I have put 150% as top of the search modifier, which means it can increase my bid by another 150%. So 150% of 10 is 15. 10 plus 15 is 25. So a total bid for top of the search will be 25 rupees. Can be 25 rupees for top of the search. And the catch here is this will increase your bid only for the top of the search, right? Not everywhere, just for the top. You can push this to probably 300%, 400%, or even 900%, up to 900% as well, as long as your ROAS CTR stays healthy. This increases your sales velocity, this increases your click-through rate, this increases your organic ranking as well, because Amazon algorithm responds very strongly to strong top of the search performance, right? Now, here's one harsh truth. None of these PPC optimizations will work on Amazon if your product is not genuinely better, your listings do not communicate the difference clearly. Customers are actually value conscious, right? And it's a review driven market. So if your competitors have better main images, more reviews, stronger benefits shown visually, lower returns, better pricing perception, your ads will simply help you lose money faster rather than making money for you, right? So fix your fundamentals first, analyze your top 5 competition, understand their reviews, identify the pain points that your competition is not able to address for customers, right? Ensure your product solves those pain points. And you have to highlight all of that visually in your listing as well. So once your product plus listing are top notch, really strong, all 4 PPC fundamentals will multiply your results dramatically, right? So if you're selling on Amazon and your ad spend is rising, your sales is not rising proportionately, or you are unsure which keywords actually deserve your money, I am doing one-on-one audits, especially for brands. We're doing 10 lakh plus on Amazon. We will identify ignored long tail opportunities for you. We will identify budget blocks for you. We will understand placement gaps. We will also tell you how your listing is weakening your PPC as well. So if you want to do that, hit me up on my email. You will find that somewhere in the description. And I'll also drop my calendar link, so you can go ahead and book a call with me. If this helped, you can hit like, you can hit subscribe, you can comment PPC below, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.